It's May the 18th, Haitian Flag Day. So shout out to all my Haitians. Shout out to all my people from the Dominican Republic. Shout out to all my people from Puerto Rico. Don't worry about why I had to say that, but that's a shout out to somebody. Um, man, we're gonna talk about the measure of men. And what I mean by that is the outlook on what certain people or certain men think makes a man. Give y'all a couple minutes, man. Come on, well, I ain't gonna say a couple minutes, I ain't gonna wait that long. But I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds to come on in. While we get everything right on. Basically, yesterday. Man, when y'all come in, let me know where you from, who you is, and hit the like button. I need my likes to match my viewers. Um, Basically, I seen a video today, and I had a short conversation with my brother yesterday, and they was both on about the same wavelength. And I also had this discussion with the Queen Lady. Y'all don't know who that is, but you'll find out one day. Um, so I was talking to bro yesterday, and some type of way we got on different men. What's up, Nisha? And he was telling me how he respects certain dudes for certain things that's probably not respectable. And he gave me his reason for respecting. And you know me, I shut all that shit down because I don't respect the shit. I understand it, but I don't respect it. I used to. But as a grown man, I have to stop respecting certain things, and I see how stupid they are. And we're not gonna beat around the bush. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what and who we talking about. We ain't gonna say no names, but bro was telling me, man, he got a person in his life that grew up selling drugs. He was like, man, look, this dude, daddy was a big time drug dealer. All the men that he was raised by in his family are big time drug dealers, not small time, big time. I'm talking about running through hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And I know this dude, when I first met the dude, I was like, wow, this nigga, you know what I'm saying? He going hard. Like, nigga, he different. And he is. But bro say he respect him because he say this dude ride around with all this dope on him and all these drugs, and he like he know that when he get in that car with that backpack full of work, and it's full of work, that this is how he feed his family. This is how he pay the bills. This is how he buy the cars. This is how he do what he do. This is his livelihood in his bag. He was like, man, I respect him for that because he know when he wake up in the morning, that's what he do. He get some time for it. He gonna go do that time. He not gonna tell on nobody. He gonna handle his business, and he gonna come home and right back in it. And I said, yeah, bro, I can't respect that. I can't. Like, man, what you mean? I said, listen, bro. You can tell me that child is bullshit all you want to, but that's how he feed his family, and that's how he pay these bills, and that's how he do all that. Man, I sold dope. I used to be the robber. You know what I'm saying? I used to be out here taking people's shit, anybody's shit that I thought had something. And if you'd have asked me back then why I was doing it, man, this is how I feed myself. This is how I take care of shit. This is how I pay the bills. This is how I ride. This is how I eat. This is how I sleep. I don't know nothing else. And he basically telling me this grown man in his 30s don't know nothing else. And I'm like, understandable when you young, when you a child, and you growing up and that's all you know and that's all you see. But bro, after you done been in that prison, and you done had to ask a nigga for a pack of noodles, and you done went down there and that family you was feeding, they struggling because you ain't there no more. What's up with it? Hold on, y'all. So I'm looking at it like this. I'm like, the reason I don't respect you is because when you out here selling these drugs or you out here robbing or doing whatever illegal activity you doing and you claiming that's how you feed your family, how do you feed your family once them cuffs on your ass? Once you in that cell, then how you feed the family? How do you protect the kids? How do you pay the bills? You know what I'm saying? Who walking Junior to school? Or who walking your daughter to school or picking her up or being there to protect her? Not you. And you can blame it on, oh well, man, I had to feed the family. That's not where my respect going. My respect gonna go to that dude who done been down that road and had 100,000, 200, 3, 4, 500,000, but now he'll go work at a warehouse because he know that what's at the house more precious than what's in their bag. He know that what's at their school is more precious than what's in their package. I can't respect that. I understand that these dudes, you know what I'm saying, they don't have a better way or they don't see a better way. My thing is, and I had to tell bro this, bro, I can talk this shit because I am this shit. My nigga, I quit school in junior high, not high school. I'm not a college dropout, my nigga. I quit in 9th grade and been making it happen. First, I had to make it happen with illegal shit, but after I did that time and I came back home, I'm not gonna say I got my mind right off the bat. But I will say once you know better, you do better. I'm straight. I work for everything I got and I work hard for it. And guess what? I don't do no looking over my shoulders. I don't do no watching my back like that. My heart is not jumping out my chest when I see police behind me. But I'm riding clean. I'm taking care of the fam. Ain't nobody losing no weight around here. Nobody getting skinny. And I ain't got to break any law. So what I told her, I had to explain to him, like, bro, you've been knowing me about 17 years, 16, 17 years. You met me in barber school, bro. You met me in barber school. Thing about you meeting me in barber school was, barber school was the beginning of me turning over a new leaf and changing my life. It didn't happen all overnight. Barber school was me getting out the streets, getting away from toting pistols, getting away from me gang banging, getting away from me robbing, learning how to deal with folks on a man-to-man, eye-to-eye level. Learning how to get respect from people without having to try to take it. You know what I'm saying? Earning my respect. That's where I met you at. We was in that barber school together. You was a lot younger than me. Your life was a lot different than mine. You was fresh out of high school. I was fresh out of prison. And I try to tell bro, I'm like, bro, you know, it's things about you I admire. I admire the way you go so hard on certain. I'm not gonna tell y'all exactly what he be doing, but it's legal shit. But bro is the type of person when he get to focusing on something, you can't stop him. He gonna look it up. You know what I'm saying? He gonna study that shit and he gonna turn into an expert on that situation, whatever it is. And I told him, I said, bro, I done came to you with multiple ideas where you could have made a lot of money and it was all legal shit. But what you tell me, man, I'm never gonna walk away from this barber and I'm never gonna put these clippers down. I understand that, my nigga, I put them down. Go chase their dream and their dollar and take care of his family, I'm gonna put them down. Before I had to keep cutting your hair, but then I had to do some bullshit on the side to feed the family. I put the clipper down and go get on some more shit and feed the fam, and where I'm all the way good. To a certain degree, bro spoiled. He been spoiled all his life. And I understand why he ain't the typical spoiled person. He got some things going on where his family just love him and they'll do anything for him. I told him my nigga, our past was different. When I graduated barber school, I had to go get it. When you graduated barber school, you had a family member that went and bought a barber school. Bought a school, not a shop. Made you director. My nigga, you was like 21 years old. You was a director of a barber college. I've never seen that before. And right now today, I told him yesterday, I said, bro, imagine if you would have put all the effort that you put into doing this and doing that and doing that into your barbering and into that school. And he like, man, I don't even think I'll be barbering no more, bro. All the barbers I know, man, the ones that just do barbering nonstop, they quit. Nigga, that's them. You not them, you not like them. But what I'm saying is you was handed at barber school, you didn't appreciate it. No other barber you know has ever ran a barber college, except for the ones that taught you. No nigga you went to school with, nobody you graduated with, nobody you couldn't shop with, because it ain't that easy. But at 21, a motherfucker put that in your hands like, here you go. And you fumble the package. You ain't give a damn. And that's the type of shit I be trying to tell dude. I'm like, bro, as a man, you can't even look back and realize, yeah, I fucked that up. Because you so spoiled and it came that easy that you don't even see it as a fuck up. You don't see it as a wasted opportunity. You see this as, oh, nigga, my cousin bought a barber school and then he made me the boss. And I ain't want to do it except for about 2-3 months and then I quit. This same cousin that made probably $1 million off them schools because when got another school in a different city. And probably they made $1 million or better off them schools. And I'm like, bro, you don't see that? You ran here going through what you're going through right now. You don't see that? He don't see it. But like I tell him, he's the same type of dude that you look at this motherfucker over here drug dealing and you say you respect it because he taking care of shit and he doing this and that. And I had to go through it. I'm like, bro, to be the man I am today, not only did I come a long way, I had to cut a lot of people off. I had to cut a lot of things off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen a lot of my journey as far as the weed. I think I was already done with the cigarettes. Going out and shit, man. Just a bunch of the ignorant shit I used to do, man, I'm done with. And I would be remiss if I didn't say that I've been having so many blessings. Even when I thought I wasn't being blessed, I had to sit back and realize, like all my life, I've been the type of dude to try to help people and try to do things, if not the right way, close to the right way. To the point where I've heard countless amount of times, oh, you're going to get blessed for that. You're going to be blessed for that. And I never used to believe that shit. But then there's days like today when I can sit back and I be like, you know what? What did I do to deserve this blessing? Maybe this is one of them blessings where somebody tell me, oh, you're going to be blessed for that. Back when I was a teenager, or back when I was in my 20s, in my 30s. And it's just not coming around. But it's coming around. And I try to explain that to dude. I was asking him, I'm like, bro, like, be for real. You know, I pay the mortgage at my mama's house. I pay the car note. I pay the car insurance on my mama's car. The cell phone my mama talked on, I pay that bill, bro. Most of the groceries my mama eat, I buy them groceries, bro. So if one day I get out here and I get to thinking and feeling myself a little too much, and I tell myself, you know what? That A7 I got ain't enough. That candy painted Genesis I got ain't enough. I want a Phantom. So I'm gonna go back to the dope game. And then I grab that bag, and the police grab me, and I go to prison. Who the hell gonna take care of my family? Who gonna be out here paying my mama mortgage? Bro, not gonna do it. The dudes up under me just looking at me talking about, oh man, I respect it. They not gonna handle that business. That's on me. And as a man, I realized that's on me. So sacrifices got to be made. I got to put away the childish things and do the man things. I got to do what pay the bills and keep paying the bills. Not what pay the bills right now and could make me lose everything next week. I'm smarter than that now. I done been down that road. I done seen so many other people fall like that. I can't be one of them. That's the measure of a man. When you learn from your mistakes, when you learn from other people's mistakes, and not only learn from it, but you find a way to incorporate that shit into your new day. Every day is a new day. You get another chance to be better than you was yesterday. How many days do you need before you have to wake up and realize, hey, this shit ain't working? How many times do you got to go to prison before you wake up in that jail cell and be like, you know what? This shit ain't worth it. Hey, them 7 years they kept me, it didn't take the whole 7 before I figured it out. I could have never went to prison and just did the little time I did in the county jail 2 years. And I would have been, you know what? Yeah, this shit ain't cool. This ain't for me. I'm good. I thank the Lord, man, because I look around and I see people I grew up with. And to me, I think they crazy. I'm like, damn, bro, over here and lost his damn mind. Like, this nigga is really Looney Tunes. He ape shit. This nigga over here, he's a fucking alcoholic. This motherfucker over here, his nose dirtier than the sidewalk. And I'm just saying, man, I could have been any one of these people. I done been these people. But God blessed me with a mind to realize that, man, this shit not gonna get it, bro. This shit not gonna cut it. And I be wanting everybody around me to see that. And I know it's not gonna happen. But I pray that somebody gonna watch this video and be like, you know what, man? Be alright. And I also got to give credit to my neighbor over here next door. Because I done told y'all this before. But it was a time probably about 7, 8 years ago, maybe not even that long, when I was down bad. And I was about to go kick a door. I was on my way, literally, on my way to go pull a stunt. And I walked out that door, and I walked to my car, and I got in the car. And dude was sitting outside, and he was like, hey, come here, bro. I got the car, I went over there to him, and he told me, bro, I don't know what you about to do, but whatever it is, it ain't worth it. I'm like, what you talking about? He like, Phil, I can see it in your face, bro. Whatever you about to go do ain't worth it. And that shit stopped me right there in my tracks. Cause I'm like, I can't believe this nigga is in on my face, and I'm back to the old me. I look different. Do I smell different? Goddamn. How you know? He said, I don't know how I know, bro, but I can tell you up to something, bro, and whatever it is, you don't go do it. Man, I was pretty right back, knee deep in them streets right then, because I ain't see no other way. I just didn't see one. And it wasn't meant for me to see one because what I had coming, I couldn't see it. I got a phone call from a job that I had put in months ago. At the point in time, it was the highest paying job I done had, one of the best around for a dude that was like me. And they came calling out the blue. Man, look at here. I took that job. A few months later, I had bought my first Mercedes-Benz. I could have been back in prison buying commissary on the bullshit I was going to go do. But my mind had already played them tricks on me. I had ran through them scenarios already. And I was telling myself, man, you ain't going to go back to prison, bro. You ain't going to get caught, man. You need the money. I needed some money. I didn't need that money. McDonald's money would have been better. Burger King money would have been better. Lowe's, Tyson, the Rec Yard, somewhere. would have been better than going to go rob somebody. The video I seen today was like a panel. Bandman Kelbo was on the panel. That's the only person I recognized. He was the only black person on the panel. Everybody else was white. But you could tell the dudes on one side, the side Bandman Kelbo was on, they were suave. Dudes were stocky and shit. They was dressed probably the way you'll see me out here dressed or something. And then as you start going down the line, you get to the other end, and these dudes, some of them skinny, some of them chubby and fat and out of shape. And they got on Dockers and shit and button-up shirts, and they don't look like what you want to look like. You know what I'm saying? But as the conversation in the panel took off, and they was talking about, I don't know exactly what the topic was supposed to be, but it was a bald-head white dude, muscular. He had on a white shirt, he had on some skinny jeans that were white, they were ripped. You can see the tattoos on his legs through his skinny jeans. His arms were big and he was tatted up. Bald head, beard, clean. All white shoes, everything. But as he started talking, he started sounding like bro. And he was like, a man got to be, you got to look the part, you got to be in shape. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to have your shit together. You got to be driving right. You got to have the right kind of house. You got to have a bad bitch. And them his words. This white dude like, you got to have a bad bitch. He like, man, that Phantom I got outside, that ain't no regular Phantom. I put the rim, my shit got to have the rims on it. So when my bitch get in my car, she know ain't no regular motherfucker and all this and that. And I'm like, bro, you really sound lame as fuck. I'm like, that's not how you measure a man. That's not how you... And he like, you ain't no motherfucking man. Look at you got 10-inch arms. You got man boobs and shit. Men don't have breasts. And look how you dress. Men don't. Your mama picked that shirt out. And I'm like, man, even though that ain't how I would dress, I would not disrespect that man and say he wasn't a man. And the thing about it is, they started having a back and forth debate. And the dude that was more relaxed dressed and relaxed attitude was picking this man apart because every time he would say something, it would just be the stupidest sounding shit. He was getting overly aggressive, and dude would sit here and crack his little jokes. Like when dude said men don't have boobs, he was like, shit, where I'm from, men have hair. Shit, men have hair where I'm from, what about you? And got to one point where old boy got up and he was mad, he was, man, woo woo woo. He said, see, that's the problem. And I swear I done been like this before. He said, that's your problem. You sitting up here, you thinking you're safe and sound, and you think you can just talk to me any type of way, knowing goddamn well you wouldn't talk to me like this off this stage. And the little nerdy motherfucker with the 10-inch arms told him, I wouldn't? Are you forgetting this Florida and you talking to a man that's armed? Buddy didn't catch that part. I caught it. And he kept on talking shit. Basically, the dude telling you, bro, like, you got some big ass arms, bro, but I'll blow your ass off. About you threatening and telling me what I can and can't do that. I'm a man. At the end of the day, I might not talk loud as you, and I might not want to be seen by everybody in the goddamn building, but if you try to play me, I'm going to show you what's up. I heard that shit loud and clear. And dude didn't have to get aggressive and cuss the man out and talk all that shit and threaten him and all that. He just told him, he said, you forgetting we in Florida, you talking to a man that's armed? While you sitting there talking about you gonna put your hands on me and you'll slap me and I can't talk to you and this and all that. Bro, I'm not worried about you. And some type of odd way, bro, I just started siding with the dudes over here. And they were talking about, they got the breaking dude down. They were talking about the material shit. And they were like, well, bro, you know, the material shit is all fine and dandy, but it don't mean nothing to me. Like, you want a Phantom to impress these females, my nigga. I want to pay the bills at the house to impress my family. Like, my kids don't really give a damn if I pull up in a Phantom, but the bills ain't paid. I put rims on the Rolls Royce, but they ain't got no food in the refrigerator. Oh, I'm clean as hell, but they ain't got no clothes. He said, bro, your priorities wrong. And he's like, I know you done been to prison, you feel the need to prove yourself, you feeling aggressive and all this and that, you feel like you know what I'm saying, you done got some type of respect that I should respect you, but I just don't. He said, I don't feel like disrespecting you, but the respect that you want from me just ain't there. Like, you just a regular man to me, bro. Like, ain't nothing you done in your life that warrants you to have more respect from me than I have for myself. And I understood all that. I'm like, look, I've seen so many dudes. Like, I even told y'all a story when I was in the club and dude was talking about he stepped on my shoe. And then he apologized. But then he got to telling me, you know what I'm saying, all this shit about how he just came home from prison and he did all this time. And all of a sudden, his apology made him feel weak. So the nigga ended up telling me, nigga, don't be thinking I'm weak because I done apologize, nigga. Bro, I'm not worried about that shit, bro. If I was mad about you stepping on these shoes that I can go buy 10 more pair of, I would have said something when you did it. You felt the weight. You apologized and then you got mad for apologizing. And the same nigga who mad at me is sitting here begging me for a ride home. Bro, I don't know you. I didn't come here with you. I came here with these niggas. I'm taking these niggas home in the car I drive. I brought them here. I'm not going to leave them at the club to take you home. So I was just tripping on that because I felt like, at least to myself, I was feeling the growth as the video went on, and I realized that a few months ago, a few years ago, I would have sided with that side, with these dudes. The same bullshit that I'm looking at that I can hear them saying, I've said this shit before. But now, my situations have changed and I've become a different person I like better. That shit sound like bullshit to me. And I told y'all a long time ago, shit sound good when you listen bad. Shit sound good when you listen bad. When you clean your ears out and you open them up and you pay attention to what somebody's saying and you try to find the meaning in it, and there ain't no meaning in it, ain't no method to the madness, man, tune out that conversation. This is why me and bro didn't finish our conversation yesterday, because I started realizing, I'm like, bro, I know you don't want to hear what I got to say because you feel like I didn't win soft. And I had to tell him the same thing, like, bro, it ain't just the drugs, it's the gangs, all that shit, bro. This shit, 9 times out of 10, the people who taught your boy how to sell dope and all this and that didn't have shit else going for themselves. They couldn't stop selling dope and go do nothing else because they didn't have no other skills. Now he falling behind them and he don't have no other skills. Why in the world would you look up to him when you have skills? You went to the school and got some. You got off in a book and got some more. You got off in another book and got some more. You have a means to take care of yourself and take care of your family without putting your family or yourself in jeopardy. Why are you still looking up to the people who don't? I'm just saying. To me, just like you walking down the street and you seeing big homie got this clean ass bike. He pedaling on this 10-speed, this a mountain bike with the thick ass tires, he popping wheelies and shit. And then 10 years later, you go by you a BMW and you come down the block and you see this nigga on that same bike and you still look up to him. Man, it's a clean ass bike. Bro, you so far beyond that and you can't even see it. You done worked hard and got yourself a BMW. You coming down the block in a drop top, but you still looking up to this nigga on a 10-speed because he popping wheelies. And he got the can on the back making the noise like a motor. Stop letting this shit fool you, bro. Like, stop looking up to this dude because if he wanted to do the right thing and take care of his family with his money, he could. And start seeing the fact that them same people he taking care of now with their dope money ain't gonna give a damn about him when he go to prison. Them same kids that he bragging and he can go online, I buy my kids all the J's and I buy them all of this and that. Go do 15 years in prison and see how them kids feel about your ass. When you ain't been to no recitals, you ain't been to no graduations, you ain't been to no birthday parties, you ain't been to no Christmases. And all you can tell them is, shit, man, I had to get it how I live. Man, I had to go out there and make that money to buy you them J's. I guarantee you, your son will trade them baby J's you was buying him to have a father. And if he wasn't, if he wouldn't, how does that make you feel? If your son was to come to you and tell you, Daddy, I trade your life for 20 years in prison if you buy me 3-4 pair of J's. What's up, Toot? 3-4 pair of J's right now that I'm going to grow out of in 7 months. You buy me them, and I let them folks lock you up for the next 20 years. How would you feel if your son or your daughter came and told you that? Well, how the fuck you think they feel when you tell them that shit? I had to get it how I live. I had to pay the bills. I had to do this. Motherfucker, you know what? Every man and woman up and down this block got rent or mortgage. And they all paying it. And ain't then one of them taking this shortcut. And then one of them taking the easy way out. And then one of them going to prison to get the motherfucking lights paid. You did that. Not only did you do it when I was a child, but you come back home and instead of trying to find some type of trade, going to somebody's school, somebody in the damn thing, you rather get right back on that and do that again. Go right back to prison. Get the house shot up. Get the folks running up in here trying to rob us. Because I had to explain something to folks. You gonna suffer when you go to their prison. But you not gonna suffer alone. I told y'all about Kenny Wayne. And I brought this up to bro yesterday. I told y'all Kenny Wayne used to bust them chicks down. And Kenny Wayne used to tell me, like, look, it always get to a point where I be done made so much money, I be done got so comfortable that I be done bust one of them damn chicks with my real ID, knowing them folks gonna come get me one day, but I ain't gonna do nothing but a year. I come back and I'm like, pop, a year? A lot of niggas hear them like, nigga, I can do a year. Especially if I done made 80, 90, 100,000, 200,000 before they get me. I stack up enough money to live through prison. Okay. Let's say you stack up $500,000. And you got a woman or a man, a homeboy, brother, sister, cousin, somebody that's going to feed that money to your books. So you live straight the whole time you in there. You ain't wanting for no food. You living like a kingpin in the prison for a whole year. But in a year, your mama died. Or, put me in a situation. In that year I go to prison, my mama loses his house. And now, for the first time in her life, ever, she bouncing around from house to house, ain't got nowhere to call home. Because the person that take care of that is in prison. You know what I'm saying? What if I got kids out here and my son getting bullied? I can't help him. What if my woman go off and get another man and stepdaddy out here touching on my daughter? I can't do nothing about that. What I'm gonna do? Get mad over the phone and yell and scream and cry? I'm gonna call home and beg somebody else to throw their life away. Hey man, I got some money saved up, bro. Man, go do something to do for me. For real. My personal favorite. Let's say dude that assaults my child comes to prison. I got about 2 months before I come home, and then dude walk in the door. And now everybody giving me that help. Hey, Phil, ain't that dude that did that to your daughter? Ain't that dude that did that to your son? What I supposed to do? Forget about the rest of my family, my mama, my other kids, my brothers and my sisters, and all the people that depend on me again, and tell them, okay, well, I'm going to go handle dude. And then I'm going to catch this life sentence, and I'm just going to stand here chilling with y'all. But I'm going to feel better about what happened to my daughter when I left her out there alone anyway, the first time. I did that. I made it possible for this man to move in and get the touching on shit. And I'm going to make it right by throwing the rest of my life away. Or do I get the elbow in them back? Bro. Man, you already got that L, or you already got that dub, or you already got that 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 for the bullshit you was doing. How about you go over there and handle that for my son? Or you go over there and handle that for my daughter? And I'll buy you some soups and some noodles and some snack cakes when I get out. I'll send you that money every week. I'll put $20, $30 on your book. And guess what? As soon as you say that shit, dude doing in his head, first thing he gonna say is, no, you not. Even if you intend on doing it right now, if you swear to God, you promise, you put it on the hood, you put it on your mama, you put it on your dead child, you're not gonna do it, bro. Cause when you get back out here, guess what life gonna do? Continue lifing on your ass. Them bills gonna come. That rent, that mortgage, that car note, that cell phone bill, that grocery bill, that shit's still right there. The same reason why you and dude couldn't call home and just get a motherfucker to send some money at first. It's still happening, bro. And people don't think about this shit. But I just told you, when you go to prison, you ain't the only one gonna lose. Everybody around you, everybody that love you gonna lose, bro. They lose. What's up, Angel? Watch out, y'all. Let me grab something. This photo album is a photo album from basically me being in prison. Take this picture. That's my brother and my sister. Bro is in Missouri State Prison right now. He caught a body about 2 months after I came home. He ain't back yet. This is me in the studio fresh out of prison. Y'all know I just want to be a rapper. So we had a little makeshift studio. Me thinking I was hard, fresh out of prison. You could tell I had that prison mentality. That one too. Remember I was telling y'all the ghost stories about how bro on the picture I just showed y'all came running out. These were some of the people in the living room when he came running out the bathroom. This picture was taken that same day. That's my auntie that died that we was talking about that had that funeral not too long ago. This is my cousin and my grandma. That same auntie my grandma gone too. That's why I was telling you I had Alzheimer's and was hanging on while I was in prison. And passed right after I came back. Do you know how bad I would have felt if all these people would have left this earth while I was gone? Some of them did. Like my grandpa left. I got one. A lot of y'all don't know this, but it's one man in my family married to a black woman. That's him. Y'all might not recognize him, but that's my annoying ass little cousin. The one to be popping in every once in a while out there in Atlanta. That's me back in the day when I used to have on all that blue game banging. That's me wasting one of my opportunities to do the right thing. Right, that's like probably a month or two before I caught my charge and went to prison. That was right before I went to prison. That was my welcome home from the military border. That's one of them dirty rotten scandals, the red bone. I had to tell y'all them stories before. Look at my baby picture. I know I done told y'all about my homegirl. They used to take care of my brother. I told her she went to prison, and the nigga wouldn't even write her, wouldn't visit, wasn't none of that, but thought he was gonna, I guess that she was gonna do like 8-9 years and come home and be with him. I don't know how people be thinking this type of shit. I'm like, bro, you just saying you wouldn't even come visit me in prison. This picture. Is them arguing after he come running out the bathroom, butt naked, talking about ghost grabbing on his booty. After he got some clothes on, they were still arguing about that. I was happy today. That was on Easter. Oh shit. That's me and Reverend Stewart, the preacher I be telling y'all about that had the man-to-man talk with me, help me realize some things before I hit these streets. I ain't gonna say everything worked immediately, because if I did, that'd be a lie. As you can see, when I came home from prison, I still was out here doing wrong. Diamonds all in my mouth. I was still hustling, doing shit that I probably ain't had no business doing. Well, I know I ain't had no business doing it, but at the time, you know, you couldn't really tell me nothing. That's most of them pictures. That was me at my welcome home party. That was me in prison. That was a little bit after prison. I'm just reading what's on the back of this picture. Some ignorant shit. Apparently, because the back of this picture say, nigga sitting on swole had about a year left until I touched down. Then I messed around and went to jail 2 or 3 hours after I took this picture. I was clean at the board of health though. Penitentiary Rich and Stunner 101. 2006. And And penitentiary rich is a real thing. That's when y'all be seeing dudes got all the food in jail, all under the bed and all in the box. That was me. I was institutionalized. But like I said, you be in that prison and life go on. People still out here growing up. They growing up without you. I had to watch my little sister and them growing up through pictures. And like in 7 years, I might have seen my little sister 14, 15 times. Do you know the average person see their little sister 14, 15 times in 14, 15 days? That's all it takes. 14, 15 days. You can see her 14, 15 times. It got to a point I wish I still had some of them pictures. When I went to prison, every time my sister took a picture with me, I have her on my hip like this. Like I have my arm around my mom over here, have my little sister over here. Bro, my last year in prison, my little sister was 13 years old. And when it's time to take a picture, she walk over there and get up under me and I'd reach down, scoop her ass up and have her like this and don't think twice about it. And I had to look at that picture and this big ass girl is sitting on here on my damn hip because I'm so damn fucked up in prison mode that I don't realize how big she done got. I'm still looking at her like she's the 5-year-old I left out here on the street. I had to look at pictures and be like, oh shit, boy, that don't look right. What the hell I was thinking? And I didn't realize in prison, it wasn't until I came home and was looking at the picture, I'm like, what the? Why was you picking that big ass girl up? Even though she still ain't no big ass girl, but hell, she was 13 years old, she wasn't 5 years old no more. Prison will fuck up your perception of things. That's why it be so easy for these dudes to come home and be on that same bullshit. Cause it's like, bro, you went through your whole prison sentence on that same bullshit. You didn't change at all. I changed in prison. I can, you know what I'm saying? From y'all have seen this shit before. From me coming in as a little skinny ass runt. You know what I'm saying? Niggas running game on me. Motherfuckers goddamn me playing tricks on me. Trying to rob me and shit. At the end of my prison sentence when I was coming home, wasn't no nigga playing with me like that. Wasn't no nigga had no type of jokes. Wasn't no pranks, no games, no playing, no teasing, no talking sideways, no whispering under your breath, none of that. Because I had evolved. But it wasn't just that I had evolved into a dude who was gonna hurt you. I had evolved into a grown man. It was certain things I was gonna play about, some things I wasn't gonna play about. And when I came home, I quickly realized that my freedom ain't something I'm fit to play about. I don't want to be back in this prison with these dudes. I see these types of dudes just out here on the streets, just going back to prison. They going back. I don't want to be like that. I see these type of dudes out here that think it ain't gonna happen to them. I'm not fit to be that stupid. It's to think it ain't gonna happen to me. Because I can tell you one thing. Everybody that been in a bad situation, I'm gonna tell you, look, there's some people around here in prison right now thinking, this ain't my life, this ain't supposed to happen to me. There's some people right now today went to the doctor and found out they got a venereal disease, or they got cancer, or they got AIDS, or something like that. Get what they telling themselves. This ain't supposed to happen to me. Somebody's wife leaving their ass because of the bullshit they own, and they telling themselves right now, this ain't supposed to be me. Bro, if that's the work you putting in, if that's the seed you sowing, then yeah, it's supposed to be you. Now you just didn't want it to be you. Say that part. Say, man, I wanted to be able to sleep with old girl, even though she was married, and she's sleeping with her husband, and he cheating on her with 3 or 4 females. But I wasn't supposed to catch this package. Bro, you trying your best to catch that package. Like I had to open my eyes to all of that shit and realize, man, look, the slick shit we do in life, God see all that. The shit you think you got away with, God seen all that. And you only gonna get away with it as long as he wants you to. But sometimes he gonna sit your ass down. Sometimes he gonna reveal that bad news to you and say, hey, I tried to tell you, change the ways. Hey, I sent you a warning shot. Hey, nigga, I sat you down for a minute. I put you on grown up punishment, put you in prison for 20 years, and you came home, you ain't learned your lesson. So guess what? Now you're gonna be in prison for the rest of your life. Some dudes go to prison for a year or two, and then another year or two, and then another 3 or 2 years, and then another 4 or 5 years, and then next thing you know, they're not coming home. And it's like at any one of them times coming home, you could have said, I'm gonna change my ways. I'm gonna change my ways. Sometimes God gonna fuck you over so you can be the example of somebody else that he needs to save. Somebody else that might learn their lesson by watching you. Damn, what I just heard, Tyson Fury just went down. I don't know if that's the end of the fight or what. I'm put the y'all know I don't play this shit, so I'm gonna pull it up real quick while we on here. I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. But ESPN just came across my screen and said the nigga went down. You give me a hot second. You know I'm slick. I guess it's over with. But for what I seen on ESPN, they say Fury made it match. Rick. It's all gravy though. Anyway, like I say, sometimes in life we meet our mates. You whoop everybody and everybody that come your way gonna get whooped until that one person come through this supposed to be teaching you your lesson. Like, hey, it's time to sit down and retire. It's time to quit. It's time to find something else to do. I be hoping and I be praying, man, that somebody, and I know a lot of y'all done came to me and been like, Unc, I feel you. Unc, you right, man. I needed to hear that. That's the type of shit make my day. Because I done did things in my life that ain't never gonna leave me. Never. Like, that's why y'all hear me talk about the shit all the time, because I think about the shit daily. Shit was 15, 20 years ago, and it ain't going nowhere in my head. I'm gonna wake up every day and think about it. I can't remember everything that happened in prison, but there's some things that happened in my life that ain't going nowhere. I can try to pray them away, but it's just part of me is who it is. And I feel like I suffered through all them episodes and all them situations so I would be able to help people later on in life. So that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, y'all know we creeping up on an hour, and I don't want to make it too long. So if anybody got some questions or something, man, hit me up. Let me know what's going on. And I'm talking about right now. I ain't talking about later on. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know something, you want something you want to talk about, man, go on, let me know. You know what I'm saying? And I got something else good in my life. I don't want to talk about it yet. I don't want to jinx it. None of that shit. I'm trying to hold on. On the baby situation. I've been back home about 2 weeks. I ain't seen no baby. I brought up some DNA testing, and all the motherfucker asked me what was I gonna pay for it. Of course. Hell yeah. And since then, I really ain't heard nothing. Um, I'm not the type of dude to just go by pictures. But the pictures is like weird to me. Don't look like me. Um, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I can't go by skin color, but that baby is lighter than my mama. I'm this color, she this color, her husband this color. So I'm like, it's somebody else in the picture that we didn't know about. It's very possible. Because the way you were sneaking and creeping. About the Diddy video, man, I wasn't surprised at all. I wasn't surprised. You know, I be telling y'all, I believe all this shit. All the shit I done heard about Diddy, I believe it. And it's just for the simple fact, it's like, y'all know, even before any of this shit came out, way before 2024 started, I've been telling y'all about these people. That's just like, pretty soon they're going to be on Jay-Z ass. And they're going to be coming out with all these facts, and people like, ooh, and I'm like, I've been told y'all that. I've been showed y'all that. I've been told y'all to go over here and look at this, or go over here and read that, or go back and check this out. It is what it is. I've been told the motherfucker, man, Diddy is way bigger, more powerful than we ever thought. Like, shit come out and you gotta connect the dots. Because the dudes that we know ain't the only ones. Like, I literally, me and bro got into it, and I was literally telling him about 50 Cent and Puffy. And I had to remind people when I say this, because they be like, man, you think dude going? I said, man, look at it like this, bro. Cat Williams told y'all, after they do it, their number one job is to act like it never happened. Well, no matter what they gotta say, 50 Cent character is already flawed all over the place. First of all, what type of man? Every time something bad happened to somebody, he got to jump out there with jokes and laughing and clowning the motherfucker. No matter what they going through. It take a fucked up person, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell you another victim. Tierra Marie was a victim of a whole bunch of shit, starting with Jay-Z when she was young. The way 50 did her, I didn't appreciate that shit at all. And he made it seem like he just, man, I just want my money. Nah, bro, she was your victim too. Even if it wasn't a sexual thing. You victimized that woman to no end. Dragging her through court, suing her, talking bad to her, making posts about her, making jokes about her, making cartoons and shit. And it's like, we don't know the whole story of everything that happened to her. But just imagine if 50 had gotten to it with Cassie. He would have did her the same way. And then all this shit come out, and we'd have been looking at 50 like, you dirty motherfucker. You a dirty motherfucker. Well, that's the way I see it with everybody else that he do like that. Everybody. He just can't quit. He still be, look, bro, dude still be on Ja Rule top. Man, you killed that man. Even Kendrick Lamar eased up all Drake like, bro, I'm gonna go and let you have it, bro. You dropped another song, and the song was so weak, I'm not even gonna respond. If that had been 50, he'd have dropped 10 more songs. Kendrick got 10 more songs. He could drop a song right now today, and that motherfucker probably go number one. But in his mind, he like, what's the point? I ruined dude. He played with the right one. I'm already off with your head. When I seen that video of Cassie getting beat up and stumped, man, it didn't surprise me at all. It just didn't. Y'all got to think about it. I told y'all a few weeks ago, I said, man, do you not realize out of Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake, you know what happened to the two light skins? J. Cole and Drake? Puppy beat them both up. It's only two dudes in the rap game that we know get Puffy ever beat up. That's J. Cole and Drake. What a coincidence. People get gifts for doing their dirt and doing their entertainment. It was a point in time where Diddy was looked at as being soft, a little fruity, kind of flaky. The only two dudes we know he beat up on get so much recognition in the game. For a point in time, Meek Mill was getting so much recognition in the game. Lil Baby get so much recognition in the game. He also paint them fingernails. He also let dudes hug him from the back. But not any dude. The same dudes that be having Meek Mill jumping around doing the bunny hop is the dudes that's always hanging around Lil Baby, hugging him from the back and kissing on him and pinching on him. Say, man, these dudes are trading weird ass favors in this industry, man. It fucked my head up when I connected the dots, and I was like, damn, you know what? Way back in 1996, the same year Tupac died, Snoop Dogg was telling us that he was not gonna beef with Puffy and Big because them was his homies. We didn't understand it. Like, nigga, what you mean them your homies? You from the West Coast, Long Beach, insane 20s. But when Suge got mad at Snoop, he started telling everybody, no, he not from Long Beach. That nigga ain't from no damn insane 20s. We made that nigga. We picked him out of hood when we picked him out of town. We told him, you going to be this or you going to have to be that. And I told y'all, man, Snoop from Mississippi. Snoop ain't from California. Dad's from Mississippi. He ain't from no damn California. Let me see something. Where is Snoop Dogg and Daz Dillinger from?
According to Wikipedia, Daz Dillinger was born and raised in Long Beach, California, as was his older cousin Snoop Dogg. Daz began his music career at the age of 19.
Is Daz Dillinger from Mississippi?
What's the one you want?
This should say Daz Dillinger. Daz Dillinger, Mississippi. Anyway, I had to look that shit up and find it, man. It's videos of them niggas kicking in the woods in Mississippi with Unc and all them niggas talking about this where they from. I could probably look it up on YouTube and find that video when they was admitting that shit.
Rapping, singing, dropping melody hits.
Oh, it's here. They trying to say that's where his daddy from. But I know I done seen an interview where he was like, that's where they was born and raised when they was kids. They used to be running through the woods and all this and that. But it might be the same way that Drake and be hollering that he used to be in Mississippi, and he used to be in Houston, and he used to be. Nah, you didn't, bro. No, you didn't, bro. You spent your childhood in Toronto filming from the ages of goddamn 15 to 22. You was shooting Degrassi, bro. You was a grown-ass 22-year-old when you came to America. Well, let's get back on the Diddy shit. I just found it funny that, and I told y'all way long ago, That all these rappers have a creative backstory. So I find it funny that Snoop Dogg was saying that he was cool with Puffy and Biggie before Death Row. But I'm like, hold on, bro. I seen pictures of you and Nate Dogg with Puffy and Biggie. And this was way before Puffy and Biggie got on. This when Biggie was still wearing the bandana around his goddamn forehead all big and shit like this. And that wasn't Big Papa. Big Papa, that's when the Juicy had dropped and he got suave and smooth and all that stuff. The Goose Downs with you know what I'm saying, that was the party and bullshit days. And Snoop was around them then. You see what I'm saying? Snoop was around them then. Snoop was around them before Tupac got shot. I remember, and y'all can go check this shit out for your damn self. When Deep Cover came out, Snoop Dogg didn't have no hair like that. That nigga had like a little high top. I remember when was it Dre Day? Let Me Ride, one of them. Probably Nothing But a G Thing. I think it was Nothing But a G Thing. When that video came out, Snoop didn't have no hair. That nigga had a high top. He put that hat on, and when he turned to the side, it's a fade back there. And yeah, he did look just like Snoop say, nigga, you was looking like goddamn me special ed. A year later, Snoop had a fro this big. I'm in the hair business. I would tell you, good healthy hair grows an average of half an inch a month. That's 6 inches. That's a fro like this. Not like this. You're not gonna get a 14-inch afro in a year. So, Suge would say like, man, oh, that was a wig, nigga. We used to put extensions in the nigga hair, weave and all that to make the nigga look gangster and all this and that. And I'm like, man. But it all made sense when he started saying that he was on the East Coast with Puffy and them first. And I'm like, you know what? That was the first rapper Diddy sent to Dr. Dre. The second rapper Diddy sent to Dr. Dre that we know of. Let me back that up. Y'all remember a group called The Firm? It was Foxy Brown, Nas, Cormega, and AZ. All of them was from the East Coast and got sent to the West Coast to work with Dr. Dre. Eve too. She was on Dr. Dre label before she was Rough Riders. If I'm not mistaken, I think Busta Rhymes was over there on Aftermath too. But they was all sent to work with Dr. Dre. The same way Usher was like, he got sent to Flavor Camp to work with Puffy. It fucked me up when I found out that instead of doing all the drug dealing that 50 Cent rap about, he was a songwriter. He was a semi-producer. He used to do arrangements for people in their music at Bad Boy Records, working under Puffy, getting them Bad Boy paychecks. Cause that's why I tell you, I'm like, dude, just conveniently left that out his music and out his movie and out his books. He didn't want to bring Puffy up, but like I say, after you do it, number one job is act like it never happened. Like, dude always talk shit and say the reason he don't fuck with Puffy because Puffy pull some fruity shit on him, try to take him shopping. And I'm like, well, in the window shopping video, you took Mace shopping. It was females all through the video. Olivia was in the video, walking around with Spider-Loaf. But you taking Mace shopping, buying them shoes. And this the funny part about it. And I even found this funny when I seen the video the very first time. I'm like, Mace ain't a broke rapper. He not a new rapper you signing fresh out the street that ain't got his own money. Why is these people in the store handing you shoes and then you hand them the mace? Why, when you need to show dude what size shoe, you reach down and take the shoe off Mace's foot? Why did you buy a ring off a woman's hand for $1 million in this video and then put it on Mace's hand like you was getting married to him? You bought this nigga a Slurpee this damn big, a milkshake or whatever for like $100, $200. He had to hold it like this, like a kid. And I'm like, bro, you was buying all this shit. That window shopping video was real crazy, man. Y'all go watch that video and tell me it don't give you the heebie-jeebies. Game. It fucked me up when Game admitted that he ran around with Puffy for 2 years and didn't make no music. He said Puffy just want to party all the time. So we was just partying for 2 years. Running around catching flights, going to clubs, going out to eat, partying. And I remember what Game used to do before Game was a rapper. He was a goddamn male stripper. And I'm thinking to myself, Game, was you a dirty little sex worker? Like 50 say, was you a little sex worker? Because you was a male stripper like Stevie J. And we know Stevie J is in love with Puffy. He taking up for him, following around. When that man went on the run, Stevie J popped up the next day getting breakfast. Told 50, what, you want to fight? You want to fight, money? I'll fight you. No, you won't, bro. No, you won't. You don't want to fight, dude. But you taking up for the boss man. Or the boyfriend or whatever he's supposed to be. You taking up for dude. But it's just funny to me that they used to talk about Game for being a stripper, stripping at his mama strip club. I remember how Game used to lie, like his backstory was that he was selling dope in the trap house, him and his brother, and he got greedy one night, and instead of going home when his brother sent home, he stayed there. Somebody tried to knock on the door to bust a play. They came in, shot him 5 times, robbed him, shot him in the neck, shot him in the heart, shot him in everywhere. And when he woke up out of that coma, 2001, about the same time Dre dropped 2001, even though Dre had dropped the album 2001 in the year 1999, 2 years before you ever got shot, Mr. I'm from Compton. You should know that. He said that he started listening to Reasonable Doubt and The Chronic and Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style album and Biggie Small album and all the classics. He said listen to all the classics, and that's where he got his style from, all the best rappers. That's why he do all the name drops. And I'm like, bro, that shit never made sense to me. Because the day your album came out, JT the Bigger Figure dropped 2 albums. With your name on it, with your face on it, with your voice on it. This man dropped 2 albums. Say that he had some more from you. Because you've been a rapper and you've been signed to his label. Another thing that I had tripped about was he was hollering Black Wall Street like it was some blood shit. But Black Wall Street was a book that JT the Bigger Figure had put out about 5-6 years earlier. Like the man literally put out a book called Black Wall Street. You were signed to that main record label and then you came home screaming that shit. And then when everybody started calling you out on it, you act like that was your game. But I was like, you supposed to be from Cedar Block. Not Black Wall Street. It was all confusing, but like I say, they be making up the backstories and shit ain't real. These niggas ain't real. They entertainers. They here to make these white tea people a lot of money. It's just like it probably hurt a lot of people's feelings when it came out that Drake had a 360 deal. That them folks gave him $400 million, and they own the rights to Drake. They own the rights to OVO. They own the rights to whatever his face looked like at the time. They own the right to whatever his voice sound like at the time. You can't do a show, that's their money. You can't do a commercial, that's their money. You can't put out a tube sock, that is their money. You done been paid already. You've been bought, sir. Basically, they own you. You've been bought. They're not renting you. Like most people get rented in a contract and then they get another contract and then another contract and then another contract. No, they bought you, paid for. Here go your receipt. Take this 400 million. You get nothing else. And 400 million is a lot of money. Until you realize that these folks made you, and when they made you, they knew they was gonna make way more than 400 mil off of you. Like nobody seen that Kendrick was gonna come through and cut all that shit short, and people weren't gonna buy them new Nikes that you dropped 2 days after Kendrick ended your career. They didn't realize that OVO wasn't fit to be selling no more albums like that. OVO wasn't fit to be hitting the chart like that no more. All these people that you feature with, they don't want your features no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was beefing with Metro, and you got an album with 21 Savage that's still on the charts. And right now today, Metro is jumping out there on Soulja Boy ass. I mean, 21 Savage is jumping out there on Soulja Boy ass, taking up a Metro, the nigga you beefing with. And I try to tell y'all way before everything hit the fan. I'm like, bro, y'all gotta realize these folks don't fuck with Drake. They fuck with Drake. The thing Drake, not the person. That's Aubrey Graham. They don't fuck with Aubrey Graham. They fuck with Drake. This wrecking ball that the industry built. Because they know if they can fuck with him, it's gonna be money involved. It's gonna be some chart topping hits involved because first of all, UGM is gonna pay these record labels to play this music. They're gonna make sure this bitch go #1. They're gonna make sure this video go #1. They're gonna make sure the touring is there because they get money off of all that. That's why it's in their best interest to make Drake the biggest star of all time. They own him. Yeah. If you ran a record label and you owned one artist and you was renting the other ones, you would be putting your money behind the one you own, the one you built with your hands, the one that can't rap, but you went and got him some rappers, some of the best rappers in the world to write his music. He can't sing, but you done went and got some singing coaches to teach him how to harmonize. This nigga ain't hitting no notes, but he know how to harmonize. He's a damn good actor, so you gonna tell him to act like this. And any other artist you want to put some money behind, try to get some money out of, you gonna tell Drake, hey, go take pictures with her. Go do an album with him. And then you got to look behind it. Like, they talking about he went to 21 Savage for the street cred. Who the fuck did 21 Savage go to for the street cred? Because he not from East Atlanta. That nigga's from UK. When everybody found out, they fucked their head up. They made him too. They brought his ass over here from England, London, Sussex, or wherever the fuck he came from. Great Britain. I don't know. I know the main dad and them is doctors and shit. His mom and dad and them is doctors and shit. They not from the hood. They ain't from the project. They ain't grow up struggling. Like, dude, mama and daddy had been on goddamn me, the Breakfast Club way before him. They both made the Breakfast Club before him. Name another rapper that can happen with. I told you, man, this entertainment, this is the industry. You got to look beyond that shit, man. You got to find out how to get around that shit. And these days and era, I don't know how. I don't know. As soon as I figure it out, I'm going to tell you. Maybe we got to start listening to Unsigned Hype. Go underground. Listen back to the purities. Because hip-hop was made for us to communicate with one another without the white tea people getting in our business and understanding what we got going on. But as I said, once they let one in, and he wasn't with it, he wasn't with this culture, they let dude in, it was just like letting Drake in. They put all the money behind him. He had a fake backstory. It was on. I told y'all, they brought Eminem out. They had him with a group of black people called D12. And they were like, this is what we grew up with. They showed you a movie called 8 Mile, where that's what inspired dude. And that's how he was rapping and he was going through the battles. Show me a video of these battles. Because dude's supposed to be this damn cold. Where are these battles? I've seen videos and I've heard music of him before he got famous, and he was calling black people niggas and nigga bitches and all this and that. dumb black bras and all that shit. But y'all want to try to tell me that he was hanging with these 5, 6, 7 niggas over here. No, because I remember when he first came out, Uncle Ronnie, the white guy, Uncle Ronnie was the one who hyped him up to start rapping, and that's who he looked up to, and that's who he was rapping with. That's who his group was with. That's who he was doing these nigga hating music songs with. But then all of a sudden, when he blow up, it's Proof and Bizarre and all the rest of them, whoever the niggas was. Thing is, after he blew up, where them niggas at now? You don't hear about him. He don't write them Christmas cards or none of that shit. They don't fuck with dude, and he don't fuck with them. Them not the people he grew up with. Them the people that helped him create his backstory. The industry paid them what they was gonna pay them, and now they don't need them no more. So you don't see them no more. The fucked uppest thing about it was Eminem had ghostwriters too. Still do. Still do. I be tripping on this. I be like, where are the dudes that can walk in the booth, you turn on the beat, and they just go? I don't see the greats doing it no more. I can do it. I can cut on the beat and just start rapping, and niggas be like, damn, that shit was hard. I ain't never seen Jay-Z do it. They say he don't write, but I ain't never seen him do it. I ain't never seen Wayne do it. They say he don't write, but I ain't never seen him do it. I ain't never seen Eminem do it, none of them. These dudes be claiming shit freestyles, but it be shit they wrote 5, 6 months ago. They know it, they rehearsed it, and they come in there and they rap it over the mic. And they used to be able to go from city to city doing the same one over and over, but now niggas drop one freestyle a year because they can't afford to write some shit hard and only say it one time. So they only do it one time. Anyway, man, we 22 minutes over, man. I'm gonna cut this video. Y'all enjoy yourself. Don't be afraid to take the long road instead of the wrong road. Do things the long way instead of the wrong way. Find somebody to help. Tell somebody you love them. You know I love y'all, and I appreciate you. We out.